What a do zero crew. We're here with another live stream today, and here we go very, very soon for Marc Cucurella. We're going to be discussing it all here on this stream. Got some negative news though, but we do have some positive news. Let's say the positive, guys. Marc Cucurella, nearly a Chelsea player, nearly here we go. Let's roll into it and let's discuss today's news. Massive, massive news. Stay tuned. Let's go.
We fucking got him.
And we're back, guys, here with another live stream for you guys today. I hope everyone is doing well. If you are, guys, make sure to smash that like button. If you're new, subscribe. If you're new too, and if you're new as well, if you just joined, send a message in the chat. I'll read it out, and we can definitely discuss a lot of stuff today. I want everyone spamming the chat, guys. Here we go, nearly for Marc Cucurella. Well, I think let's just dive right into it, guys. Let's just dive right into it. No need to hold. Full agreement now reached between Chelsea and Cucurella on personal terms. Potential contracts have been proposal approved. Mark prepared to accept one clubs agree on fee. Chelsea and Brighton in direct talks again today in the order to complete the deal. Marc Cucurella, here we go. Very, very soon, guys. Whenever smashing the like button, let's read the chat. Let's say hello to the chat before we fully dive into today's topic. But I want to just put that out for you guys because it's massive news, guys. I want everyone to know this, guys. Cucurella is nearly a Chelsea player. But let's just discuss it. But let me read the chat first. We've got Gavin who says, just see on Twitter that Barcelona are looking at Cucurella. Xavi asked him to wait via Jeremiah. No, very wrong. Cucurella is not going to go to Barcelona. He was a Barcelona player already back in like 2018. He ain't returning. He's coming to the Blues. We've got CFC Trenzy here. Big up to you, CFC Trenzy. Hope you're well. I want to hear your thoughts and feelings on everything. We've got Ezekiel said Chelsea should look for a world goalkeeper trainer. We're going to get into the goalkeeper situation as well. I kind of already discussed it yesterday or the day before. I already kind of discussed a bit of it. But there are some new news, and we're going to deep dive into a bit of that. But mainly today, it's Cucurella. We got Natuso, which is what's good. Big up to Natuso, man. Big up to Fahim, guys. I'm going to be on Fahim's channel as well today in 8, 9, 10, about 4 hours, guys. So I'll drop the link at the end of the stream to that one, and you guys will see me on that one soon. And we got Rahul. Big up to Rahul, man. Hope you're well, man. Hope you're well. Haralu's not a good goalkeeper training this time, and you can't make one like that. Our goalkeeper training. I didn't even know you were a goalkeeper one. I remember. I think we stacked one last season or season before. I remember the guys knew. I'm not sure, but we'll discuss goalkeeper training because goalkeeper is a massive issue for me right now. We've sold our only good keeper to compete with our with Mendy, and we're selling him. So. Yeah, but we'll discuss Kepa or Mendy in about 45 minutes. We're only going to be here for about 45 minutes, an hour. We got Matthew Lee Benjamin. Big up to Matthew Lee Benjamin. Hope you're well, Matthew Lee Benjamin. I know a lot of us guys is very happy with this Cucurella deal. I want everyone voting in the poll, guys. Vote in that poll. Are you happy Cucurella is a Chelsea player? Like the stream, guys. If you're new, we have 8 people in here. Let's get into the Cucurella news right now. We are 1 like off 10 likes, so let's get to 10 likes as well. But as I just said, guys, there's a full agreement between Chelsea and Cucurella on personal terms. So we're nearly there. I think there's nothing, to fully, get excited on because we've already been in this incident with Jules Koundé, Rafinha, we said Dembele. We've already kind of got personal terms agreed with a lot of players. But this one's a bit interesting because there's not really any other people competing with him. So let's look back at it a couple months ago. Let's look back at it. Let's go back to May. May, it was rumored that City were going to go for him. And I remember Chelsea went for him as well, that we were always interested in him. That was the rumor. And then it was about June. June comes, City only wants for Cucurella. Chelsea pulled out. And we're like, all right, it's done. We got other targets, let's move on. Right? City didn't want to pay the 50 million fee for Cucurella. Or the 40 million fee, sorry. 40 million fee for Cucurella. They were like, no, we're not paying that. We already have Nathan Ake. He can do the job. There's no point in us spending that. And Pep said that in his own words. We have Nathan Ake. We'll do with what we can if we don't get the player. So let's see. So then that was in June. Come July, City were progressing, but then City did not want to pay Brighton's 55 million fee for Cucurella. So then now coming to today, start of August, Chelsea are now kind of getting interested, and now we are the only ones in the race for him. Now I think the fee, if I'm not mistaken, is 50 million. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's about 50 million to 55 because that's what Brighton want. So we're paying an essential 10 more million for the player, which I think is a bargain. I think it's a bargain. But Gaman says how much is the fee? It's about 50 million. It is a very, very, very good, very cheap deal, very cheap deal. And I'll explain why it's a very cheap deal soon. Yeah, I don't want to go through another one. We already went through one with Kunde, Rafinha, Dembele, but I really, really see us getting this player. I mean, I said that with Kunde. I said Kunde was a done deal, but take it as you will. I think this guy's going to be a Chelsea player because if City come in and go, all right, we'll pay the fee, they'll get him. But they're looking like they're not going to pay. Again, this is the same style of transfer which we had with Kunde last season. It's the exact same. It's the exact same. Kunde in 2021 wanted to join Chelsea, right? 2021, remember we saw him on his Instagram. He was crying that we didn't sign him, And they come 2022, right? He still wanted to join Chelsea, but when another club comes interested in him and values him, he would want to join that one. Same thing with Cucurella. Cucurella always wanted to go to City, right? But if Chelsea value him, he would still love to go to City. It's the exact same thing with Kunde, but except with Cucurella, it's in our favor. So Cucurella, guys, for people saying, oh, he doesn't really love Chelsea. He's on his first place, blah blah blah. Guys, it doesn't matter. He's coming here to do a job. If when he accepts that job, he will thrive. He will play 110% on that pitch. He's not going to be playing badly because he wanted to join Manchester City. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. So Hazard didn't want to join Chelsea. Drogba didn't want to join Chelsea. I think I was a bit like that. I was like, oh, I don't want players sloppy seconds, blah blah blah. But it's all business. We mustn't forget that. Nazujo says Brighton want around 50 million. Yeah, it's about 50 million to 55 million. It's a banger deal. It's a banger deal. Drug Real Bubba says let's get Frankie De Jong too. We're gonna discuss Frankie De Jong. There is some minor news on Frankie De Jong. I'll discuss that in about 20 minutes. So stay tuned for that. Chilwell's not coming back at this time. That's why Chelsea need to get Cucurella to keep up with the left-handed side. Let me explain Cucurella, guys. Cucurella, I've watched this guy since Getafe, Barcelona. He was in Spain. I've watched this guy everywhere, right? He's a baller. He is a baller. And for Brighton, if you just watched recently, he played a whole season as left centre-back, right? He killed them. It was one of the best seasons he's ever had as a footballer. It was playing left centre-back for Brighton. So Cucurella coming in is going to be our first starting left centre-back, right? So our centre-backs would be, let's say hypothetically we get Fofana, right? Our centre-backs would be Cucurella, Koulibaly, Fofana, with Chilwell and James on the wing-backs. Now, let's say Chilwell is hypothetically injured, Cucurella will play left wing-back, and then we'll get, say, Malang Sarr to play left centre-back. So it works either way. This guy is going to be on the pitch every single game. This guy is never going to have a rest. Oh, obviously have a rest, but he is a main component to our backline. He is the left hand. He's going to run the left hand side. Now it gives great competition to Chile. Well, also it gives great chance for him because he's going to be a starter in our team. Plus giving Chilwell that competition. So for 55 million, we're paying essentially 25 million for a player on each side because this guy can play two positions. Right, and that's what Tuchel likes. Tuchel likes, versatility. So we're paying 25 million for a player to play two positions, which I said it's a bargain. It's a bargain, absolute bargain. One player to do two positions, and we're only paying 25 million a position. The fact Cucurella can play left centre back too. If Chilwell comes back, our defense would be elite. Exactly, guys. Guys, can we stop thinking? It's not towards you. It's more towards his Twitter people. That people don't know Cucurella, guys. He is not going to join as a backup. He's not going to be a backup. He's not going to be a backup. I know how much we love Chilwell, but Cucurella at this very moment is better than Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell hasn't played football in a year and 3-4 months, right? So Cucurella instantly starts number one as left centre back. Chilwell starts. Like Chilwell's not going to be dropped. He's not going to be. Chilwell's obviously going to start. He's going to start. But Cucurella would be the left centre back. He'll be playing behind him. If Chilwell's injured or Chilwell's tired, we can put Cucurella left wing back and slot in Malang Sarr or Levi Colwill there. So we have depth now. Cucurella gives us so much depth. That's why this is. I said this back in May, guys. I said this back in May, right? On Chelsea perspectives. I'm gonna find the clip. I'm gonna get it. I said Cucurella is our second best signing we can make because of the versatility he brings to our team and the depth he brings to our team. And this is what I mean. Him playing a left wing back and left centre back. And we're on the wrong side. Hang on. But him playing left centre back and then playing left wing back gives us so much versatility and so much depth. That means we don't need to sign Cucurella and then go buy a Dumfries or whatever the other guy's name is, Ben Sosa. Like, we don't need to go buy those players because we have the Cucurella for that, who can do two positions at once. So now, getting Cucurella in those two positions means we can now go focus on the other signings, the right-hand side, most importantly, our attack, our goalkeeper, every place. Because Cucurella coming in, we may still get a Fofana. I hope we do, just for vibes, whatever. Get a Fofana, get a Cucurella. Our centre backs are done. We are settled for the season. Settled. Maybe a right wing back, backup, and they'll make it 10 out of 10. But if we get Cucurella and we get a Fofana, and even another attacker, it's a 10 out of 10. Even no attacker, I think it's like a 9.5 out of 10. This is a banger window for Todd Boehly's first season. Guys, I've always said I give Todd Boehly a bit of leeway because he started in June, right? And he hasn't had a director of football with him. Wait till he gets the director of football. Wait till he gets his team, which he should have done earlier, but there's probably something going on that we don't know. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He couldn't get a director of football. Let's wait for him next season to when he gets that and how much he would progress, how much he would improve. Because I don't know if people notice, I don't think a lot of people are taking this into account. This is a very different transfer window for us. We're getting linked with everyone. We're hijacking last minute because I don't think there's a structural system that someone has no clue what they want. I don't know if it's a manager or it's Todd Boehly, but we're going for everyone. Which, again, maybe it's not a bad thing. Maybe it's making his name known. Maybe it's making Todd Boehly, this is who I am. He likes to exert his options. But next season, when we're more structured, I think we will be a much better window, and we can finally fill our squad. Because remember, it's not going to happen in one season. We're going to get maybe 50-60% of our squad upgraded, not 100. I've always said this. That's why I'm not going to go into the season and be like, oh my god, we didn't sign a striker or some blah blah blah. I would hope for that now. I wish we could sign it, but realistically we can't. When this window closes, we got to focus on contract extensions. Jorginho, the work isn't done. We got so much stuff to do. Cucurella will play more football game in Chelsea than Man City, and agreed, he will because he's going to be used everywhere. Like, people understand, he's going to be used everywhere. This guy's only going to get a break when he needs it. If he doesn't need a break, he's going to be playing every single game. Exactly, much needed positions, and he's a great football player. This guy's a baller, man. Thiago Silva too. I've always said Thiago Silva is not going to be. If I was to say game week 1, who would be our starting? I wouldn't put Thiago Silva in these games. I would put him more in, our Champions League games or like the big games. But I don't see him being our starter. I see him being very rotational because of his age. Hope if he does, I'm all for him playing every single game if we can. But let's look realistically. He's like 38. He might not be able to play every single game. And we saw last season he was getting injured quite frequently from forcing himself to play games. Because he had to. Like, this guy is a legend. This guy, Thiago Silva, he's only been here 3 seasons, and I classify this guy's already a legend because this guy is unbelievable. So imagine having depth. How much better Thiago Silva can be. He can. All right, I can rest this FA Cup game, and I can come back Liverpool, and I can show myself. I can have that much needed rest because when you're 38, you don't really need the most of match sharpness. So Thiago Silva, I think, will be very important to us, but he's going to be very rotational. One second, guys. Declined. Big up declared. I'm here for the Kepa news. We'll be coming in 20 minutes. It's coming in 20 minutes. I discussed a little bit of it the other day, but not all of it. But big up to declared. I know you're very, very happy. All right, man. Cucurella is a complete baller, upgrade, great chill. And a lot of people have been saying that. And I don't disagree. I think Cucurella, as I said, last year and a half, he's a baller, man. Cucurella is a baller. He's a very individual player. Like, this guy can individually do a lot of things. Like, Chiro is a great player. Like, let's not forget. But these guys really, really match they're really similar, skill level. Like, I don't know who's better, to be honest. Like, if we said the past year and a half, I say Cucurella. Cucurella was Brighton's best player. Him, Basuma, they were Sanchez. They were Brighton had a great team, and he was one of their best players. So coming in, this is fantastic. This is nothing to down or Tuchel or what would Chilwell, as the fans would say, what would Chilwell be thinking? Oh my god, it's such disrespect, guys. Cucurella is going to be rotating with Chilwell. He's not coming to replace him. He's coming to compete with him and rotate with him. So it gives great competition for him. Plus, it gives Cucurella a new spot in our team. So now we're going to play Koulibaly in the middle or Koulibaly on the right. So because we already have a left-footed centre back, so it works. It's Koulibaly's right-footed, if I'm not mistaken. I think. If you have Sesko, again, De Jong would be fantastic. Attacking wise, I don't mind because there's not a lot. I would love Zaha. I would prefer a Premier League guy like a Tony, a Ronaldo, a Zaha for like I would only put him on a 3-year contract just so because I don't think there's anyone really on the market outside the Premier League who I would get. I would have loved the Rafinha Dembele, but obviously they've got clubs. So I would go for a Zaha or a Tony or Ronaldo for our striker position. I think that'll be the best options we can get. And sign them on a short 3-4 year deal, 2 year deal, and then we can relook at it in a couple of seasons. So we don't need to kind of spend this big money on $100 million player and then he flops. Like I'd rather spend maybe 40 million, 30 million on a Zaha, right? 2 year, 3 year deal or loan Ronaldo, something short and then we can develop and then we can get a director of football, get a better scout, and then we can go, all right, who are we going to get for the future, and make a proper decision because our attacking is horrible, man. It's horrible. Massive sign, and I think it would be better than Vardiol because we need a right centre back to replace Aspie. Yeah, I agree. I think if we get Cucurella, Vardiol is done. We can't get him. We can't get him. Fofana, I said for me, if you told me back in May my 3 centre backs, Fofana wouldn't even cross my mind. Even Vardiol. These guys are 5th, 6th options, but I'm very happy that we actually are linked with a lot of great talented players. Like I'm very happy we're not getting linked with like Tarkowski or Lewis Dunk. Like if Fat Frank was still here, like that was the players we'll get linked to. Oh, Lewis Dunk, Tarkowski, Ben Mee. Like I don't want those ass players. We're getting linked with quality players like Kunde, Delict, Kimpembe, Vardiol, Fofana, Skriniar, Ake. Like these are all. There's 7 players here. You would have thought maybe 1 or 2 of those 7 would be flops. All these guys are class players, so I'm happy we're just getting linked to good players. I don't mind who comes in for our centre back because I think they're all great options. I think Skriniar is a great option. I think Fofana is a great option. I think Vardiol is a great option. But let's look at it realistically. Cucurella comes in, Vardiol won't be coming in because we don't need another left-sided centre back. I would focus more on the right and then go for Fofana if we can get the right price because I'm not paying 80 million for Fofana. I'm sorry. He's a baller, aggressive, he's strong, but I'm not going to get paid 80 million for a guy who just broke his leg. Declined. I didn't even say declared De Jong next when Barcelona asked me Alonso why don't they send them both away. I will love a De Jong, man. De Jong, if we get De Jong, Cucurella, we've got Sterling, Koulibaly, that's a 10 out of 10 window. For Todd Bowley's first 10 out of 10 window. Add a Fofana to that, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 window. I just wish Chelsea doesn't sell Cole. Let him go on loan in Italian league or French league for not very long, 2 seasons. Yeah, I think if we get rid of Sarr, then maybe Cole can stay. But preferably, I would like to loan him loan him back to Brighton for something. I think that'd be great for him. We'll pay 40 million plus a loan for Colwell. I think that'd be great. But I wouldn't sell him either. I admire the passion, but I mean that's fair enough. I've always said you can wait until they hold the show. That's fair enough. But this is a Chelsea discussion page where I'll put the news. Here's the news. You dictate how you want to view the news. And yeah, I mean some people want him only wait until he holds the shirt, but it's always good to get to be excited. Not committing to him joining. Yeah, I mean I don't blame you honestly. There's a lot of just horrible stuff that's happened to us this winter. Bring up to Barber, guys. We got 28 people here. I want 20 likes right now, guys. Come on, 20 likes now. Left side is Cucurella in the back 3 and keep Ben Chilwell as a left wing back. It will. That's a great point. That will cook, man. That will cook. Let me get the I want to get a lineup thing out because I want to show people visually how it will work. What's that app everyone uses for to get the line? I want to make like a football lineup just to visually give it to you guys. I don't know. Some people will say it, then it goes in one year and then comes out the next. People don't understand it. Big up to Yas, but Yas, good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. Says Cucurella's a great signing, but we need to go all out for Fofana. Hopefully, get the young Cucurella. I think is a much more important signing than Fofana. Me personally, not even me personally. I think everyone should think this. I'm not gonna force. I don't know what I'm saying, but Cucurella is a fantastic signing, and we should focus on Cucurella first, and then go for Fofana because Cucurella. Again, we're competing with a similar club. Maybe this, City are kind of in it. They're not really in it, but I'll get a Cucurella before same thing happens with Koundé. Then City turn around and go, you know what? I want this player now, and then come in and get him because we need Cucurella very, very much. I think Cucurella, as I said, fits two positions. It works perfectly for us. We can sell Alonso, we can sell Emerson, and it brings depth in our left wing back position. Like Cucurella, and this guy's not even going to be a depth player. He's going to be a starter. Paul Torres is there. Paul Torres, I think, is the only one that I forgot to say Paul Torres. I think is the only bad player that I would personally not go for compared to all the links. But I wouldn't spend 80 million off a fun. I'm sorry, that's way too much. Yeah, it's too much. Not good enough. Yeah, I don't know why we're paying 80 million for a player who's just broken a leg. I mean, I get it. He's in the Premier League. Blah blah blah. But come on, let's not pay 80 million for this guy. Come on, are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? Hopefully we see a lot of outgoings. Malinksar and I don't know who the other guy is. Could potentially leave Chelsea, but I don't know who that is. On loan, Werner, Pulisic, Ziyech want to leave, and then Aspinalonso. We need to get rid of our dead wood, but we're gonna make sure we get players that come in with it. I'm all for. I hope we get rid of all that dead wood. Like Sarr, Pulisic. Not Pulisic, sorry. No, Pulisic isn't dead wood. Sorry, no. Sarr, Werner, Ziyech, Aspie, Alonso need to go in my books. They got to get the hell out of here. They're dumb. Oh no, not the Kiwi Ibrahimovic, Chris Wood. That's something Frank will get. That's something I can see Frank signing Chris Wood. Cucurella is going to play everywhere on the left hand side. Defense. Thiago will not play all the game. Not exactly. He'll be playing everywhere on the left hand side. He would own that left hand side. He's not going to be getting replaced. He's the best player on the left handed side. This guy's a starter, and he's a baller, guys. He's a baller, and he's gonna own it. Big up to Alicia says is one of the brilliant fullbacks Premier League last season. Maybe he can bring something positive. 100%. And guys, remember Cucurella against us? He absolutely destroyed us. I think it was 2-0. 2-0. I think the 2-0 game where he made that amazing cross, and then I think Welbeck scored that last minute goal or something like that. But he's a baller. And if you just want to watch one game, watch him against us, guys. He absolutely destroyed us. Absolutely destroyed us. Why can't Chelsea include a Timo in Cucu? Again, in Cucu's just he's the French Werner, probably Bundesliga tax Vadio and add some cash because Havertz needs to Havertz. I'm gonna say this against Havertz. I've said this every single week. Havertz needs to show physical numbers or he's out the door. Pulisic and Havertz is the only players in our attack I'm giving leeway to. The rest, Werner, Ziyech, Cho, they all need to go. Cho on loan, but Werner and Ziyech need to get sold because they've been here for 3-4 seasons and they're a bit older. Now Havertz, I'm giving him a bit of the benefit of the doubt because he's a bit younger, same as Pulisic, but I'm only giving them one more season. If I don't see physical numbers from Havertz this season, if he plays 40 games, I want to see at least minimum 20 goals, or at least 10 goals, 15 goals, and like 6 assists or something. I just want to see numbers because every season we come again and there's no numbers. There's nothing for Havertz to produce. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing this generational talent. I'm not seeing an 80 million pound talent. I'm not seeing anything from Havertz. And we need to see something from Havertz or he's out that door. I know Cucurella is exactly. There's no point putting Cucurella left wing back, but there's no point putting him there because we don't even have a left centre back to start with. Cucurella will start left centre back any day of the week, and then James left wing back. That's the best left hand sided defense in the world. Like, there's no point getting another signing Cucurella and then buying Vardiol. There's no point in that because then we'll go, oh, we're just stacked on this left hand side, but then who's on our right hand side? So it's great we signed Cucurella, but that means Vardiol is off. Yeah, 70 million exactly. That's why no PSG or us are paying. I'm not gonna exactly. That's another one. I'm not gonna pay 70 million for a guy 1 year left, and we paid 35 for Koulibaly, and he had 1 year left. Like, come on, Big up to Fly. Big up to you guys. We got 40 people in here. We'll start small, guys. 25 likes. Get to 25 likes right now. Are you serious right now, guys? Come on. Are you serious right now, guys? Like the stream. Come on. Cucurella will run the show on the flanks, like how Kante demands the midfield, and he is another replacement. That's why I've always said. I said it back in May. So I said 3 years ago when I was watching Cucurella. This guy is a progressive defender, same like Kunde. That's why I like Kunde as well, because these guys can drive the ball from the back to the front. They can drive. They've got great dribbling as centre backs. That's why I like my centre backs, especially Cucurella. Now, this guy he's not the most vocal player. He's not the most aggressive player, but this guy will not take shit. This guy will not take shit. He doesn't have to be the most vocal. I don't mind it. Even though I really like that in our players, he doesn't have to be the most aggressive, but he does not take shit. If you push him over, he will push you back. We had a player who just left, who will get off the pitch for sore stomachs. We need players. If someone pushes you, you push them back, and that's what Cucurella does. He might not be the most scariest, might not be the most vocalist, but if he gets pushed, he will push you back. He's not gonna take shit from anyone. That's what we needed. That's what we needed in our defense, especially. Be up to Goalkeeper, man. Hope you're well. I'm all good, man. Cucurella, here we go soon. Be up to you. Hope you are well. Sarr is not on Chelsea level. Sell him ASAP. I think Sarr. I think I agree. I don't think he's on Chelsea level. I think he's a good centre back. I think a Brighton will be a fantastic home for him. I hope we can sell him. Fulham, actually, I think it's a great signing for him, so that'll be good. I think he'll do well at Fulham. I don't think he wasn't really the best for us. I think he's an average defender, but he's not someone like to progress. Like there's not someone to keep. He's like, oh yeah, in 3 years he might become good. Nah, I don't think so. I think we sell him and move on from. Havertz might be getting less games in different positions. Havertz might be getting less games. Might be a different case. Why would he be getting less games? Oh, because of Brozier in different positions. But what even is his position? I can't tell you. What is Kai Havertz's position? I don't even know. I don't even know what Kai Havertz's position is. Like, is he a 9? Is he a cam? Is he a centre back? I don't even know what he is, man. But it might be getting this game. But it still doesn't change the point that we need to see numbers from him. Because that he take away the Premier League goal. I mean the Champions League goal final. He hasn't done anything, man. Concierge says, "Can we have a moment of silence for potential owner Kepa, please?" It's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. It's not looking good, but we will discuss that because that's something there that like we just progressively go up and then we just hear this news of Kepa and then it just drops. Like I don't want to discuss it too much now because I'm going to get into it later, but selling Kepa, loaning Kepa is the worst mistake we could do. It's like literally we're going backwards. We're going backwards loaning this guy. What's that means? Exactly. Brexit lambs. Big up to Joel who says unreal signing. 100%. I agree. Unreal signing. I said I'm gonna repeat myself because I'm gonna take credit for myself. Well, I said back in May, I said Cucurella will be the most important player for us and the second most best player for us because of the positions he plays and the price we can get him with. We're paying 50 million for a player who can play 2 positions, and he fits our system. Cucurella, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, Ampadu, we are set. I'm gonna put a formation thingy up so we can like realistically look at it. So give you guys an idea. I just gotta see the app. What's the thing everyone uses like to make lineups? Because I use that FootWiz, but I don't want to. I'm gonna use FootWiz. Fucking who cares? What else we got here? Mohammed says he was not doing Chelsea. Trust he wants to join Man City. He wants again, guys. I'm going to repeat myself with this, right? So, guys, think of it as Kunde in 2021, right? Kunde was very keen on joining Chelsea. Remember, he was crying on his Instagram, bawling his eyes out, wanting to join Chelsea, right? Come 2022, when Chelsea didn't go for him, Barcelona called him up and goes, Kunde, come join us. And he felt valued by Barcelona. Same thing with Kunde, right? He's always wanted to join Manchester City, but Manchester City aren't going for him. So if Chelsea ring him up and value him, he will still come join us. Even if Chelsea don't even ring the guy out, if Chelsea just pay the money, he's gonna come to us. Whoever pays the money, he joins. It's the same thing with guys. It's the same thing with like 99.9% of deals. Take away Rafinha's deal. Whoever puts the most money in, the player will join. Kunde, we didn't put enough money in. Cucurella, if we put the money in, he'll come to us. But at the moment, City aren't even paying that money. Um, 100. What a signing! I agree, 100%. Sally, great signing for us. 33, and you guys smash that like button, guys. Come on, let's do it right now. Havertz is a second striker like a Cam. It doesn't fit our system. Like, it just doesn't fit our system. He's not a systemated player in our system. And I said if there's no physical numbers for him, we'll have to potentially let him go. But let's see. I hope you can. I I want Havertz to do so well, man. I want Havertz to bang it. I want Havertz to come in and score 15 goals, man. Because this guy, at Leipzig, get great talent. We saw it at Leipzig, but we have not seen it consistently in a Chelsea shirt. We see it here and there, once every 2 games, but not all the time, man. I would play Ampadu in a DM role with Jorginho to back up Jorginho. So when Jorginho is injured, Ampadu come in. But that's even if he can play. I still don't even know what position Ampadu plays. Big up to Joy D Boy. Big up to you, mate. Hope you're well. He says, big up Matt. Is Levi part of the deal, or we're not adding him? I hope we keep him. At the moment, I don't think we are looking to put him in the deal. I hope we keep him as well. If it's a loan, that's great. But it's looking like we aren't using him. All I've heard is we're using cash. I think there was that one small report on it. It didn't look too relevant. Teams saying we had shit when they're going to be in tears now if we actually can pick one. Yeah, exactly. I think if we get, hang on, let's do like the potential lineup thingy right now, guys. Let's smash that like button. Let's see where will Cucurella be playing, guys, in our system. Let's see right now. I tell you right now. Guys. I tell you right now. So let's look at it here. We've got Kepa in goals. And we've got Cucurella. Oh god, hold on, that's spell this guy's name, man. There we go. Oof, god. Cucurella. Let's say, yeah, Koulibaly. I forgot. Let's say Koulibaly is already a Chelsea player. Koulibaly. Let's say we get Fofana as well. Fofana. Jewel. James. There we go. That's our backline. That's our backline next season. We've got Cucurella here with Chua up here. Let's say Chua was injured. All right, we put Cucurella here. Chua was injured. He comes out. We put in who we got there? Colwell, I guess, because Sar's leaving. So Colwell. Goal comes in. Simple. Like, it's not rocket science. Or we move, him here. We take him out here. And we put in Silver here. There. Like, there's so many options. Oh, okay. Chua's coming back now. He's back from injury. All right, perfect. Here, you come here. You're here. You're here. And then Chua is back. So now he comes back here. Simple. Like, he fits our system so well. So well. Plays here. He plays here. Chua, Koulibaly can move here. Silva here. So, like, we've got so many options. It just doesn't. It doesn't. It does not make sense that people don't want him because he's a secondary player. Tell me where he's a secondary player, guys. Be up to Liam. I hope you're well, Liam. Let me know your thoughts on Cucurella. Are you excited for the signing? Are you upset? Vote in that poll as well, guys. Vote in that poll and smash that like button as well. I want to hear everyone's thoughts and feelings on it. We're here for another 30 minutes, so let's get that going, guys. And I'm going to be on Fahim's channel, guys. CFC Fahim tonight in about 3 hours. I'll pop the link in when I end and I can get it up. Let me just find it later. And I'm going to be on there, so stay tuned for that. Kepa in goals, yeah. What's our other keeper? I only know Kepa. I don't know anyone else. If you guys know, Lamb's put us in the mud by signing these one system players. No offense, but we don't know. Ziyech, I was a massive fan of Ziyech. It just didn't work out. He never fit our system. Werner, he was a big fan of Werner. I know he called Werner, tell him to join. Blah blah blah. He really wanted Werner. And he stopped up our system. But again, that was his system that he wanted to play. That's Lampard's decision. Let's get these Lampard players out of here. Some worked, some didn't. Let's get him out. Let's bring in two-shell signings. And these are right here are two-shell signings. These are class signings. I don't know who else to put there. I don't know Kepa. I think Kepa's our only keeper. I don't know anyone else. Broja will do more for Chelsea than Ronaldo. Ronaldo is kill the dressing room bad vibe once. But if we have a proper manager like Tuchel, I think Tuchel can get him under control because he got Mbappe, Neymar under control. That was Mbappe and Neymar's best season. They made the Champions League final. So I'm confident if we get Ronaldo that, yes, maybe he might have some issues, but I think I trust Tuchel to bring it in. Now, people were saying with Ronaldo, oh, he's going to, as people say here, he's going to kill the dressing room. Well, you know, if you have the manager, he can sort it out. But then some players go, oh, he's going to take all the spotlight from all the other attackers. Who cares if he takes the spotlight from all the other attackers? He's the best attacker there. If the attackers want to get on his spotlight, be as good as him. Class backline, even with Kepa. Guys, Kepa's ain't leaving, guys. I don't know what people are on about. Get Kepa. Who? Get Kepa out, who? Who's that guy? I don't know. I never heard of that keeper. I don't know what he was. I don't know. Is he a keeper or is he a toilet seat? I don't know. Brozier will press, Ronaldo will not press, and will also disrespect his coaching instructions. Guys, remember, Ronaldo isn't a. The thing is, guys, when you guys see presses, you guys see like headless chicken runners. You guys say, "Oh, Timo Werner's a presser." Why? Because Timo Werner runs like like he doesn't need to run. Like he just like there's no point of him running. Ronaldo is a smart presser. He only presses when it's needed, right? You're not going to just press a striker and then run to the winger if they're just going to play side to side. So he's smart when he presses. He might not be the best presser in general, might not press up every single time, but if Tuchel can get him to do or change the system, like well, we're lacking in one thing. But guys, the main thing we need him to do is score the fucking goals, and he can do that. There are a lot of left backs signed as for me, Cucurella agent. Do not expect the £40 million that we will go for. Bournemouth. See, that Bournemouth is such a downgrade. Such a downgrade. I feel Salinas not coming till January, and he's not going to be our secondary keeper in as 18. So Marcus Ballerina is going to bench that one season wonder merchant. It ain't me. It ain't me who's saying it. It ain't me.
Got him. We fucking got him.
Are we going to sign any left back players? Guys, Mohamed Cucurella is a left back player. Complete the whole lineup. Let's complete the whole lineup. So then we got Jorginho on the right. So Jorginho is our most important player this season. Kovacic on. Oh wait, no, hang on. That's what she goes around. Whoops. Kovacic on the right, and then I will put Sterling here. Guys, what are we saying? Do we get an attacker? Let's say my preferred. I'll pop a Zaha up front. I'll pop a Money Mount on the right. This will be my lineup for next season. Where we finished with this, I said we finished third. I think we closed the gap closely with second place. I think first place it won't be as big as the gap, but I think we'll be competitive. Do I think we win the league? No, but I think we win other trophies. Then it doesn't press. Yeah, I don't think it doesn't press, but again, that's not a major factor. Like he can finish. Like if you guys notice, like the way we create James Cross on the floor, right? How many times do you see no one getting a foot to it? Every single time. We don't ever, that's the most creative way we create, and no one scores from it. I don't know how. To say too much until he actually signed. I know a lot of people being a bit skeptical with it. I think it's very close because of City pulling out. But Koundé was a bit different. This one's a bit different to Koundé's. But I hope we can get this over the line for sure, guys. 40 people in here, guys. With we've got 20 minutes left. Let's get. I'll come back to that. Let's get. Let's go back to the news. So where's Kante? Kante is going to be rotational. Jorginho is our most important. Guys, we mustn't forget. I don't want to hear any Jorginho disrespect. Jorginho is our most important midfielder this season. Jorginho is a class player. Kante cannot play with Kovacic. That's the thing. The reason why Jorginho is such a good player is because he fits our system very, very, very well. I think he's one of the best players in our team that fits the system. Because if you play Kovacic Kante, that's not going to work. If you play Kovacic Ampadu, that's not going to work. If you play Jorginho and a 15-year-old Saudi Arabian kid, that will work. Because Jorginho is very structured. Look at Loftus-Cheek. I'll give you this example of Loftus-Cheek, guys. Watch Loftus-Cheek from last season. Every time he played with Kovacic, it was a disaster. But there was 3 or 4 times where he played with Jorginho and it worked very well in his favour. Think about it. We're top 6 with it. That's not going to be our chemistry, though. Our chemistry on FIFA doesn't define how we play on the pitch. Needs to be the speed in our Premiership before he can make. Once he comes, it would take exactly. He's not what's his name? So, what's our American guy? So Selena is not going to be a starter when he comes back. So this is the bad news we got, guys. Chelsea are working um two possible departures. One is good, Malang Sarr, very good, very good. Um, what is this? Despite looking at League One, possibly League One. Despite Fulham bid, who cares? He's be gone. But today there's a meeting scheduled today between Napoli and Kepa's agent to discuss details of a loan proposal. Both players could leave Chelsea soon. This is shocking. This is shocking. 5 second silence. Why? Tuchel, man. Tuchel, I'm gonna criticize you on this, man. What are we doing here, man? We're gonna send our best keeper on loan and then pay 3/4 of his wages. We're gonna be stuck with Edouard Mendy for a whole season again. We stuck with him this whole season. Last season, where that led him? 55% save rate. I don't want to go in another season and for him to get 55% rate. I don't want that. Selling Kepa is going to be the downfall of our depth. This is the only position where we have a solid first keeper and second keeper who can compete with each other to get the first place on that team. Tuchel did not use Kepa correctly. I'm always going to say that. Always going to say that. Tuchel did not use Kepa respectfully because when Mendy was horrible from February to now, Kepa never got a shot on that pitch. I don't know why. I don't know if there was some some back and forth talk from Tuchel and Kepa. There was some, but Aris Balaga did not get respected by the manager. And if I was a Kepa fan, I'm all for him leaving. I'm all for it because he has been disrespected at this club. Number one by Fat Frank. He was going under all that trauma, Kepa, from his toxic ex-ho, his old bitch, fucking bitch. And then he developed himself under Tuchel. He got a new Miss Spain, Andrea Martinez, who's the best person for Kepa, the best person, changed his life, changed his career, and now he's on track. So this guy just went through a downfall, and people go, "Oh, look, Christensen. Why don't you respect Christensen's mental health?" Blah 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 blah. No one respected Kepa when he was getting disrespected because he was going through this toxic relationship with that girl. He was under Fat Frank's regime. Like if me, I was getting stressed out just by being coached by Fat Frank week in week out. Imagine the players, and he was one of them who got disregarded by him. So under Sarri, he was good. I wouldn't say he was the best. I think he was good. But under Tuchel changed him. Tuchel's been here for a year and a half, and there's not been one game where Kepa's been bad. I'm sorry, there's not been one game Kepa's been bad where there's that one game that goes, this guy needs to be sent to Napoli. Tell me that one game where under Tuchel there's been a game that anyone has said that Kepa needs to go to Napoli because that was a bad performance. I don't know because I've said multiple times. I can repeat the games and the minutes where Mendy has been having shit performances after shit performances, and no one said a word about it. If we're gonna sell or loan Kepa, I'm fine with that, but bring in a replacement. I don't want no fucking ballerina Bettinelli playing as my fucking secondary keeper. And then I don't want some 18-year-old guy to get pressured to live up to the standards of the GOAT Kepa and somehow fill in his shoes because the guy's not ready. Selena, great signing, 3-4 years, even 2 years. Bring him when he's 20. But he's not going to come in and automatically be our secondary keeper. He would have been a great third keeper, but not as our second. And we are going to really struggle this season with no secondary keeper. We are going to really, really struggle. I'm telling you right now. Mark my words. Napoli, if he goes to Napoli are going to win the fucking Serie A with the least goals conceded. And then he's going to come back to Chelsea and be a starter. If we still decide to keep him. Because, knowing us, we'll have a flop season with mending goals. Kepa will be outstanding. And then we'll still decide to sell him. The reason why selling Kepa is a mistake is because when you got a shaky keeper in goals right now, because tell me in the chat right now, is Mendy a bit shakier than usual? If you said no, you're deluded because he's been horrible. He's a one-season wonder. He's not world class. He's a great keeper. Don't get me wrong. He's great, but there's a reason why he started his professional career at 28. There's a reason why, because he was never good enough when he was a kid. He got great when he got older. That's great, but he lacked that experience when he was a youngster, when he was a youth. So he's only been playing football professionally for 3-4 years. So Mendy, or who's already been struggling, keep starting and starting and starting, and we're not going to go get another keeper to replace him. When we already have a perfect keeper here who can replace him or rotate with him, they even challenge him, because Kepa's the only one who got close to challenging Mendy. And when he did challenge Mendy, he succeeded, but the manager did not put him on. If I was a Kepa fan, as Kepa as a player, this is a great move for him. Great move. But as a Chelsea fan, we must think that Kepa has been fantastic for us, and selling Mendy when he's in his worst state of his career right now is the worst thing we can do. Because why was Mendy lacking? Because he had no competition. Week in, week out, he was always starting, and the manager never decided to drop him. Imagine now when he's got no secondary keeper there, how much Mendy will just drop. Even more. He goes, there's no one there. Oh, Bettinelli is going to come and Bettinelli is going to come and replace my spot. No way. It doesn't make sense. Does not make sense why we're doing that. Never know, man. He will grow great confidence and come back. I hope he does that. Like as I said, as a player, this is a fantastic signing for him to develop, to get, as you said, confidence, experience. This is great. As a Kepa fan, I love this. But as a Chelsea fan, I'm here being worried, because I know this player, Kepa Arrizabalaga, can compete 100% with Edouard Mendy. 100%. He can replace Edouard Mendy. I said it back in June. I said a year ago nearly. I said it nearly a year ago when we had the Super Cup. And I just lost my train of thought. Fuck. Is that a picture of Kepa? Yeah, it is. Of course. Fabrizio Tapin Merchant has to use this picture. Frank Tax. I'm telling you, Frank killed him. Man. Frank killed him. FA Cup final. What, he missed the penalty shootout. He should have started that game. That was a Carabao Cup final. FA Cup final, he didn't play. He played. Was it FA or no? It was a Carabao Cup final where he took the penalty. Mendy played the FA Cup final when we still went to penalties, and he didn't even get the right side. He said Mane's one, didn't he? He said Mane's one. Went right to him, but the Carabao Cup was the mistake he made, which was a penalty when he should have started that game for the first place. Like it's just as a keeper, he hasn't made any mistakes in goals. Well, okay, he missed the a shot because number one, he wasn't warmed up. That was his first shot of the game. Guys, imagine going. You guys know everyone's played football here. Imagine going your first, not warming up. All right, you moved your hands a bit. Maybe you kicked the ball about 30 minutes ago at half time, but you haven't played a 90-minute game where you can kick the ball, you can have the ball in your feet, you're moving around the goals, you're moving in and out of your box. Because people think keepers are just stale. They just stay on their lines. No. They'll be walking up, they'll be running to catch the ball, they'll be moving, they're always on their feet. Sometimes, the ball's on the other side, yeah, they'll be waiting, but they're not just stale, they're walking around. Because if you're not on your feet and if you just stale, standing like this for, 2 minutes, your muscles are going to start relaxing. If they sit down, the muscles are going to start relaxing. So they've got to keep moving. And keep moving means they're going to be more sharp. And Kepa was not sharp when he took this penalty because he didn't play a single minute when he should have started. So there's no mistake. Robert Sanchez is a baller, but he's not going to leave. He won't leave. I mean, maybe if you can get it for him, but again, that's a great signing I would take. See, pivot. Yeah, we tried that. I mean, we tried that last year. It didn't work, that back three. Why would we struggle? We got Mendy. Declared. I don't need to tell you, Declared. I know you don't. But come on, let's be honest. Mendy has been horrible. Mendy's been horrible. Why are we upgrading? Why are we still trying to upgrade our attack? Because our attack shit, right? We know Havertz is bad, right? We're trying to upgrade it. Why aren't we doing the same for our keeper position? Mendy is horrible. Mendy is ass. He's not world class. Instead of keeping the only player that has competition for him on a loan, where we pay 3/4 of his wages. Like that's the worst part. We're paying 3/4 of his wages to just keeping Mendy. Who's going to be a backup keeper when Mendy just starts getting? Let's say hypothetically, even when Mendy's tired, right? Who's gonna be the backup? Ballerina Bettinelli. He's played 3 games for us. He's conceded like three in each. Club America, played the FA Cup game with Chesterfield. We conceded. Um, so like who's gonna be there? We are going to struggle in our keeper position. We should have kept him, but we didn't. I mean, there's a chance we can keep him, but Kepa's a good goalkeeper, and he plays more Mendy. Mendy has made more mistakes. Kepa's a very good goalkeeper. That's why I say Chelsea need a world class goalkeeper trainer. I agree. Maybe there is a transfer. I'm not sure, but Mendy has made so many mistakes. People are finally waking up to it. Finally, I said this back in February, in January. I said when he came back from AFCON, he didn't get any rest. He has no competition because the manager doesn't want to play the secondary keeper. So what thinks he's going to improve? And people go, oh, just give it time. Give him he'll have a little holiday and he'll come back strong. He's had his holiday. He came back in the preseason. He fucked it all up. How are we going to improve Mendy? By rotating with him, dropping him, and go, Mendy, you're not number one, right? Or not say that, Mendy, you haven't been up to standard. Get on the bench, like he does with the 10 other players on the pitch. But you got the Prince. Mendy's horrible nowadays. I prefer him to go on loan. Kepa's world class, but he's still the most expensive keeper in the world. We should keep him. He is the most expensive keeper in the world. I said that price tag. Obviously, he's not worth 80 million. He's not an 80 million worth player. I think 50, 46. If we're talking Surrey days, I would have only paid 40. But it's not his fault. He was valued at 80 million. That's fucking dumb Marina's fault. That's our fault for going for our panic buying. 80 million for a player. Like, it's not his fault he's valued at 80 million. It's not his fault he's on high wages. I don't get why people try to blame him for being on high wages, for blaming him to be on, for being expensive keeper. He didn't value himself at that. He didn't go, I'm worth 80 million. Come buy me or don't take me. No. So Athletic Club valued him and Chelsea were the idiots to pay that price and then pay that wage. Is he a 40 million keeper? Yes. Is he a great keeper? Yes. He just needs more time and goals. People just tend to look at one mistake on keeper and always repeat it. But let's not forget, Mendy lost us a Champions League final spot. I'm never going to forget it. He lost us a Champions League final spot. Tell me, I can't. People say Van Dijk pen. He missed the pen. Again, he didn't start that game. If we put him on I'm not even going to say that the Super Cup was great. I said at Super Cup as well. I said the Super Cup. I said the Carabao Cup. Why is Kepa coming on now? I don't want him to come on now. He should have started that game. It worked out in Super Cup. That's great, but it did not work out in the Carabao Cup. All right, we should have started him that game. When he preseason game, it's preseason about fitness and sharpness. But he's played 40 games. He had a 2-week break. Like I'm saying, warm up like in that minute. If you're looking at the extent, right, we're going back to all this and pushing it all back. Mendy was 28 when he started his career. So like if you're talking fitness shopping all the way back, you're talking last season, 4 seasons ago, Mendy only started football professional career at 28. If we're talking preseason, he's had a bit of a break, I'm talking right there at that spot. He should have been warmed up. Like again, they're just static. Like coming on that pitch. Like Mendy had a proper time where he was on that pitch, he was being warmed up, he's been playing every single game, but playing for 3 games. Mendy did well against Charlotte. No, didn't wait. What game did he only play Charlotte and Thingy? Udinese? No, he didn't play Udinese. Did he play Udinese? He did. Charlotte, Arsenal, Udinese. Charlotte, the penalties. Okay. Then we go to the next game, Arsenal. So he's had a whole game. Then we come to Arsenal, mistake. Then we come to Udinese, another mistake. So like I don't understand. What do you mean preseason break? I'm saying on that pitch, on that time, Kepa came in and to take a kick where he wasn't ready. He wasn't prepared for it because he didn't have any warm-ups. Mendy come back on preseason is much different to a player not having a kick on the game 90 minutes before he has to come on. Because you go through intensive warm-ups as a keeper. You play that game, you're in the zone. When you're a keeper and you're on that pitch for 90 minutes, you're in that zone. Subbing Kepa on at the 95th minute to take a penalty and to save the penalties, he's not in the zone. I don't know who does that, to be honest. I've never seen it. But the one he refused to come up. Again, we can look at all those times again. We can look at all the times he's done bad. I agree. Lampard, he was horrible. He was horrible under Lampard. He was garbage. I was actually wanting him to sell him because he was shit. Sorry, he was average. He wasn't the best, but he wasn't the worst. But under Tuchel, right this very moment, right this very moment, at this very moment, Kepa is probably better than Mendy right now because Mendy is ass right now. At this very moment, if we're gonna look, as I'm gonna say it again, if we're gonna look back in time and look back at the Kepa's final when he didn't want to come off, that time Mendy wasn't even playing in Ligue 1. Like, I don't get the comparison here. If we're looking back in the past, let's look at how Mendy only started his professional career at 28. But Kepa in 2018 was so shit. Okay, yeah, whatever. But let's look at it right now. Let's look at what's happening right now. Let's not look at the past. Let's look what's happening right this very second. We're under a new manager or under a new system. Why do we have to keep looking at the past when we can look at right now? What's happening right now? Okay, but by keeping them in the jail with the team, we need to never see top clubs change. They keep them. Alisson went for a push and Klopp stopped by. I mean, that's the manager's choice. But why wouldn't we say back in February when Mendy jumped off the plane from AFCON and instantly went into the Brentford game? Why didn't Kepa play that game? The Crystal Palace semi-final. Why didn't he play that game? Kepa got us to that semi-final. Why didn't he play that game? So, there's so many reasons why he just didn't get a shot. He didn't get an opportunity to come on and play. I'm not saying one game play him, one game play him out, one game. Remember, Lampard did it with Caballero and Kepa, and I hated it. Right? I'm not saying to do that. I'm saying, okay, Mendy's been bad. All right, let me put on my second keeper for Kepa. Let's see how he does. If he's doing good, maybe I'll continue to play him. If he's doing bad, I'll resort back to my first keeper. That's what he should have done, but he didn't do it. I forgot, okay, but the business. But he was in France for his youth though. He was born in France, and then I'm not sure. I think he was born in France. He lived in Senegal in his youth, but then he came back and started his football career in France. There was an article that I read last year. I remember because I did a player profile on him with Coachella, and there was a profile where he said he used to play football with Ferland Mendy, his cousin. They used to be playing on the streets together, Ferland Mendy. So he grew up in France, pretty much. I think Senegal, he was there. I think he was born in France, but then went to Senegal, or he was born in Senegal and then moved to France. It's one of that, but he grew up in France. But yeah, as a player, great move for Kepa. Let's see if we can do that, guys. We've got 30 people in here with 28 likes. Let's get to 30 likes right now. Let's end this poll, guys. 91% of people say Cucurella is a Chelsea player, and they are happy with that. While only 9% say it's not. So that's good. We're getting a great great favor for Cucurella as a Chelsea player. Great to see that. I want everyone right now smashing the like button. Let's get to 30 likes right now. We've got 30 people in here. Let's go back to the next piece of news before we finalize the stream. We've got Frankie de Jong is not priority for Chelsea, but they are watching the situation at Barcelona. Todd Boehly is keen on the player, and Thomas Tuchel has given his approval. So, Frankie de Jong, another player we should bring in as Super Thomas. Can we get possibly de Jong from Alba? He'll be a great placement for J5. I think he'll be the only great player for him. I think, say we get de Jong this season, de Jong will come in, he'll rotate with J5 and we'll play next to each other. And then, J5 leaves, we get de Jong as a new starting player. It works very well. So I will get de Jong 100%, no doubt about it. But it's saying Todd Boehly is keen on the player and Thomas Tuchel has given the approval, but it's not priority, which says are we not going to be going for a midfielder? Are we aiming for an attacker? I don't know. Miss a penalty in the Europa League final. Everyone misses penalties. I've always said penalties are, it's a mental game. A lot of keepers can't do it. Look at Mendy, he can't do penalties, but you need to keep who can win them. Sometimes it's 50-50. It's a 50-50 chance. It's a lottery chance, but it's all about the mental game. It's all about the mental game. Football, you can say football is a 50-50 game. Whoever scores that goal on that one side, there's two teams and then one can win. 50-50 chance, right? It's not as simple as that. You got to have the mental facilities for it. And I always Mendy, when you look at him in a keeper, this guy's like, I don't want to be here. Look at the one against Charlotte. That guy didn't go to this. He's versing MLS players, and he couldn't go to the same side once. And he's like, oh, like, I remember when he saved Mane's penalty against in the FA Cup final or the Carabao for FA Cup. He stayed there and he was like so sad. He was like, oh, like be happy at least. Like show you at least you want to be there. Come on, man. But penalties is a different form. Look at how the keeper's performing on the pitch. Mendy's been horrible. We're still not looking for a DM. Well, we don't really have one because we do have one, Jorginho, but he's gonna be gone soon. This is the player I wouldn't mind. Is a Ricky Puig. I think Ricky Puig is a class player. Great. I watched him under Koeman. He was a star. It's just Xavi does not like him. I think as a class player, I would, unfortunately, he's going to kill his career at LA Galaxy. I hope we can snatch him up. Doesn't look like we can, but it will be a class signing if we get it. I think that's a great player, to be honest with you. I said this last year, but this time last year I still want this player, but he will go kill his career in the MLS, man. Klopp has 2 goalkeepers, and they're both doing better. They give him more time to play. I mean, the other guy, what's his name? Callagher? He's not that best. Look at PSG. PSG is a better example. Neves and Donnarumma. Look at Donnarumma's and then look at Neves' numbers. They've got both similar numbers because they kind of rotate with each other sometimes. But now Neves is officially the secondary keeper. Remember that mistake against Arsenal? I can't forget it. It was last week. Like, again, like people think like when his form was it's past. No, this guy's like just getting started. Like he is not phasing away from this bad form, and it worries me because we're selling our only keeper to compete with him. It's like we're not even going to go buy another keeper. We're not going to go buy Neves. We're not going to go buy someone else to help him and rotate with him. Remember, Mendy will probably get injured. Mendy will probably get, like sick or whatever. Mendy will need a rest to say that. And he's not going to really be getting one if we don't have another secondary keeper because I'm not playing Bettinelli Ballerina in goals. No, thank you. Update here from Nathan Gidsing who says Chelsea have discussed adding Loftus-Cheek in the deal to sign Wesley Fofana from Leicester. Which, I mean, that'd be great. I think if we use Loftus-Cheek, 40 million plus Loftus-Cheek, that'd be a bargain. I would take that. Gets rid of a player who doesn't fit our system, and we get a player who for a bit cheaper. I think Loftus-Cheek is a good player. He just doesn't fit our system. And we've seen that. Like, he can't play wing back. He can't play in double pivot. Same thing with Gallagher. I don't think Gallagher is going to be a midfield in our system. I think he'll be more of an attacker because he can't play double pivot. He can't really play possession-based games in the midfield. But we'll see how it goes with the final, guys. We've got 33 people in here. We're going to end around now, guys. I want 2 more likes, guys. Can we get 2 more likes? I'm going to be on CFC Fahim's channel, guys, in a couple of hours, in about 3 hours. So I want everyone going over to there right now. I'm going to be on there soon, as I said, about 3 hours. So if you guys click that link, you guys will see I'll be going on that channel soon. So go subscribe to that. Turn the post notifications on for that. Get that shit into 10 likes. Tell him I'm from you. Sorry, fuck me. Tell in the chat. I sent you guys over, so it'll be very, very helpful to him, and he will know, and I'll be very grateful. I'm not even talking about Mendy growing up in Africa or France, but the little time he grew up in Africa, he would definitely affect his career. Really, I'm not sure how to respond to that. RRC to Leicester is 40 chess. If we get final Leicester, get Madison. If we get Madison, get Madison placement. I mean, I'll just get him out just to get him out. I won't even look for Madison, but this will be a very it'll be a very Shannon deal. If you guys see the new meme. Let's just see if there's any finalized news to guys. Go 30 people in here, guys. Let's smash that like button before we end. Like, subscribe. How many subscribers did we get this stream? We've gotten 8 sub. Oh, but only 3 or 500, guys. 3 or 500. Big ups to everyone. The Cucurella deal and Maury, he might go to City. I don't think so, guys. I'll be honest. I don't think he goes to City. I think it's more of a Chelsea signing. Again, times can change if City come back in the in the race, but it doesn't look like they are coming in the race. It looks like they're kind of more phasing out towards it. So we will see if we really want to sign the guy. We will get him. I've always said this. If we want to sign a player, we will sign him if we really want him. Players like Kunde, we never made a bid. Like there's a lot of players. The only players we really lost out on was Rafinha. Was really just Rafinha. Matt Law said just before, he said, fraud law. Joking. Loftus-Cheek has no desire to leave Chelsea, whether it's part of the bid for another place, final or standalone transfer. The current stance, he will not go. Man, he needs to go for the sake of his career. He just doesn't fit our system. Like, if he doesn't fit our system, what's the point of keeping him? And he's a player who's been in for 6-7 years. Like, he hasn't made it, unfortunately, in our squad. I think he needs to move on. Guys, drop your final comments now. I'm going to be reading before we leave. And as I said, guys, go to the channel. I'm going to pop in the link. Go to that channel now. Subscribe to it. Notifications on for that. Because I will be there in a couple of hours. So you guys can be notified when I'm there. And we're going to be discussing more Kunde news. Cucurella. And all that good stuff. Ilias, lateness is greatest. Fofana is going nowhere. We'll see. I mean, I would like Fofana, but if he doesn't come, he doesn't come. Is what it is. But I just want to get Cucurella line done. Just need Rice after Jorginho's. We don't need best money Rice. Best money Rice is always and will be in a West Ham shirt. I want him near my club. I'm surprised Barcelona. Yeah. I mean, he was a Barcelona player. That's the thing. He was already a Barcelona player. So that's how I know about him. Watch him at Barcelona. Watch him at Getafe. This guy's a star. He. That's why, if you guys know, I was talking about Ricky Puig, because Ricky Puig and Cucurella used to watch back in like 2019. I used to watch these guys. They used to play together in the youth. Ricky Puig stayed at Barcelona. I used to watch a lot of Barcelona because my friend was a Barcelona fan, so we always used to watch it. In class, we used to watch the highlights and shit. So it was always like here and there about Barcelona. We used to watch a lot of, and watch players from Barcelona. Cucurella was a major one I watched. I loved him because I used to watch players who had all standout hair, and like David Luiz and Cucurella. These players I used to like always like stand out to me because of their hair. So Cucurella was one who stood out to me. I think Cucurella would be a massive signing for us. He would be a massive signing for us. I've already said it the whole stream, guys. If you've just joined, go back to that. Smash that like button, guys. I'm going to smash that like button. We're 34 in here. I would have to conclude, unfortunately, now, guys. Because I have to go so I can then return to then I have to return to Fahim's stream, which is in a couple of hours. So I will have to go soon. So drop your final comments in, guys. Like the stream. I'm going to just see if there's any breaking news before we end. Again, there's some more Werner news, guys. Breaking news with Timo Werner. Chelsea in talks with Leipzig over move for Werner on loan, but it would have to cover a portion of his wages. Oh my god, loan. I mean, no one wants the guy, man. This relationship with Thomas Tuchel has deteriorated in preseason. Who said the manager wanted him? I told everyone. No, Tuchel does not like this player. Tuchel does not like this player. I've always known that Tuchel never liked this player, and it has deteriorated in preseason. Massive news. Nah, see, RSC can't play wing. RSC, Aspie, these guys can't play wing back. If we're gonna, I genuinely think there is not one option who can play right wing back. I think, and Alonso can possibly fill in the spot for Chilwell, but there's no one on that right hand side to fill it up. No one can fill up that right hand side for what's his name, fucking Reece James in that team. Loftus-Cheek can't fill in that spot. Cho can't fill in that spot. No one can fill in that spot. It has to be a new signing to get. So that's all the news for today, guys. I guess I think that's everything we've covered. As I said, guys, click that link, go to that channel. I'm going to subscribe to that, guys. Subscribe to this one as well, guys. We're a couple subs off 500. How many are 500, guys? Let me check. 447. Guys, 3 subs off 500. We're so close to getting there. Smash that like button, guys. Subscribe. Hit that like button here. We're 1 like off 30, guys. 1 like off 30. So definitely do that now before we end. I'm not leaving until we get that 30th like. So do that now. We've got 47 in here and 30 likes. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. No problem. Ezekiel, big up to you, man. I hope you're well, guys. Make sure to turn on that post notification, Ezekiel, so I can catch you in the next stream. Have more of a discussion there. I'll probably be live again Friday, 10 a.m. Yeah, because Wednesday and Thursdays, I can never do that. That's the days I work at night. So Friday, I'll probably be back on Friday, 10 a.m. UK time. So post notifications on for that W stream. W mans. Come on, Matt W. So Appreciate everyone for joining. Trans, Ezekiel, Prince, Ilias, Lateness is Greatest, Decline, Declared, Super Tommy T, Yas, Gavman, Liam, everyone in here. We had a good chat today. So notification on, guys, for next one. I'm going to leave you with Kepa Prop to the Melbourne, the city of Melbourne approve of Kepa. So I'm going to leave you with that, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
We did that. Big up.
All right, Matt wants to go on the full screen. Why do you want to go on the full screen, bro?
Because he wants to show us.
Right. I'm with you. I'll see you guys.